What's up, guys? Welcome back to Diamond Chat, episode number 5. Tonight we got our guy Marco Ali on.
Yes, sir. The fellas, Dylan, Pat.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Thank you guys for having me on.
Hey, appreciate you.
I
Appreciate
appreciate
you
you,
coming.
big fella.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so let's just start it off. So talk to us a little bit about your career at Marist and kind of your recruitment process to how you got to that point there and why you decided to go to Marist.
Yeah, so I went to St. Anthony's High School out in Long Island. I played for the East Coast Lumberjacks, and I have a pretty interesting recruiting process out of high school. I was originally committed to Fairleigh Dickinson, and I would say my fall of my senior year, I just I went to go see the school and just talking with my parents. We decided that that school wouldn't be the best fit for me, so I decided to decommit. And then I only had a short period of time, like 2 or 3 months, to commit before everyone was signing their NLIs, their letter of intents, and all that stuff. So I had a fall tournament in, I think it was Staten Island, and Coach Mike Koss ended up seeing me there, and then Coach Traz came to see me play, and then kind of was the right place, and I ended up committed to Marist.
That's great. I mean, Marist is a great program, and that's even like really cool too about your recruitment story. Like just like having the opportunity to have an extra school to go to, like when you realize that FGU like wasn't the fit at first.
Yeah. It was unfortunate how it happened. You never want to be in a situation where you have to decommit and let go and have that tough conversation with the coach. But at the end of the day, I thought it was the best decision for me, and it just had to be done. So, and Maris ended up working out great. So
Of
I
course,
guess
you
the
had a
stars
great
aligned.
career there, so
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Kind of
No,
talk
yeah, kind of.
through
Oh,
that a little
oh,
bit.
I
Sorry
bet.
to cut you off there, Dylan.
No, no, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna ask, with a great career at Marist, like you kind of get into, you know, when you transitioned from FDU to Marist, committing there. How did that whole package scholarship thing kind of look for you? Because you were an everyday guy eventually at Marist, between playing third, shortstop, and second. So I just want to know how that recruiting process kind of went.
yeah. So I mean, with being a late commit, I wasn't able to get at any athletic money. And Dill, I know you played with me, and you're aware of that, but I'm a firm believer where if you work hard and the coaches trust you, you'll get an opportunity to play. And then once you get that opportunity, you have to prove yourself, and you really have to put your head down, work hard, and create opportunities for yourself. Because if you work hard, coaches see that, and I think it builds a level of trust where they want to give you a shot. And then once you give that shot, if you perform well, they'll keep playing you, and before you know it, you're starting for 3 years, and you're an everyday guy getting to play next to Dylan Hoy, who's someone I've always appreciated playing with. I mean, Dill, I know you're a work animal too, and getting to have a career with you in college was a big help for me as well, because just seeing the way you worked, it inspired me to work hard as well, and having someone to work with was super great. So I appreciate that.
Nah, dude, I appreciate you, man. I mean, I think Pat can attest to it, and even yourself. Not saying that as we get older we work less, but we kind of know how our bodies work and what we need to do. So I was kind of getting a little bit comfortable my junior year, somewhat my sophomore year. But you would be out there every day working. You text me and be like, "Hey, let's go get some work," and I'd be like, "Damn, this guy's really working hard. I got to get after it just like him." So you pushed me just as much as I pushed you. So I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
Yeah, actually,
Uh,
kind of building off that a little bit. I mean, me and Dylan been working out for years. Let's hear your kind of experience like working out with Dylan. Like, how were those workouts? 'Cause, I mean, me and him had like some crazy workouts sometimes. So let's
Pat,
talk a little bit about your workouts with him over at Marist.
I think I was explaining this to you the other day of me and Dill. I think we were in the athletic center, I want to say for 16 hours. And and we went to go field ground balls for probably the third or fourth time of the day. And we were laying down behind a box, like a box that you jump on. And Dylan would yell like go, and you would jump over the box. You would put the ball in the mini hack and shoot a ground ball and try and field it. So that's what happens when you're fielding ground balls for too long. But I guess we had fun with what we had, and we had a great time. So it was good.
Yeah,
Dude, those are the
that's
best
like
times ever. Pat, I'm gonna send you over a video of them. I still have the clips, so I'm gonna send
Yeah,
you over.
we got to see that. That's like one cool thing, especially like working out with Dylan, someone who loves baseball so much. Like the workouts that like we come up with are just like crazy sometimes. Like you wouldn't even think about doing them, and then like they end up becoming a lot of fun. So it's
It's
good stuff working out with our boy over there.
just to
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you.
just to
Hey,
kind of sorry, Dale, just to
no,
piggyback off of what we're talking about. I think it's important too to understand that it's not always about being super serious and you know you got to do things perfectly and do them right all the time. um if you're training and you're working hard a lot, it is good to have fun and you know try new things, even though jumping over a box to feel the ground ball doesn't sound like it helps you. It probably doesn't, but like it's still good to enjoy and have fun with the game that you're playing. And sometimes if you take a step back and do something like that, it helps you realize that at the end of the day it's still a game. And we're so lucky, all three of us, to had the opportunity to play college baseball. So it kind of it just helps you reflect, not necessarily like I said jumping over a box, but just having fun, and or maybe taking a couple swings lefty if you're a righty. Like just stuff like that is good to do once in a while, to you know not be so mechanical and just trust yourself and enjoy the game and have fun.
God, that's gold right there. I love it.
You gotta
I
keep it
absolutely
loose,
love it.
you know. That's like the motto that Dylan's got. You know, just keep it loose, go out there and
Yeah,
have
you
some
got to
fun.
keep it
So.
loose.
Have to. Hey, kind of. This is going to be the opposite of kind of keeping it loose, I guess, but it just kind of popped in my head. Can you talk a little bit about your freshman year at Marist? Because I know we talked about you evolving into an everyday starter, which is your sophomore year, so you can touch on that as well. But I just kind of want to get, the whole background of your freshman year out there as well.
Like the year I redshirted.
Yeah, the year you redshirted, how like you thought about it, what you kind of learned from it, how it helped you. Maybe you didn't think it helped you at first. Just that whole process.
Yeah, so I mean, Dill, I know you know our freshman year was a little different than some other schools because Marist itself was closed down from COVID, but the conference was still playing. So we didn't end up starting until I want to say what, mid-April.
Yeah, yeah,
So we got pushed, and the conference I think started a month and a half before that. So
yeah.
while the conference was playing, we were still waiting to play. And at the time, there was a fifth-year second baseman, Ben McNeil, who was on the team at the time, and I knew it was going to be tough, like getting playing time with him being there, and I just thought it was the best fit for me to transfer, give myself an extra year to develop, and on the back end be able to you know maybe take my talent and baseball career to another school. So ended up working out.
No, 100%. I just really loved throughout it because I was obviously playing every day at shortstop, and I was just watching you. Like you'd still work out in the mornings, work out at night, work out midday. Like you would always be at the field, just getting better. You didn't let that red shirt be like, oh damn, nobody believes in me, or he's getting this guy in front of me. I'm not even going to work anymore. No, you worked even harder because you knew that next year you got to be ready. So
Yeah, I
that's
think
all.
the red shirt is a good opportunity for if someone out there listening to this, if their freshman year, if they redshirt by personal choice or if their coach suggested it to them, because you're not playing and you're going to have a lot more energy outside of going to games. Like use that energy you have to you know get an extra lift, maybe get an extra hitting session, field more ground balls. I think if you have the opportunity to you know, expend more energy and not have to worry about being tired to play a game, then I think you should. I mean, it's a great opportunity, you know, double down on your weaknesses and get better.
No
100%.
doubt. That's beautiful.
Golden words right there. So kind of transitioning, then you play Marist. Talk to us a little bit about the portal and why you chose to come to Seton Hall for this year.
Yeah, so I graduated from Marist this last year, and I just came to do a decision with my parents, my family, and we thought, you know, the best opportunity next for me was to enter the transfer portal. And the first school to reach out to me was Seton Hall. Coach G, he reached out, and we actually had a prior relationship. He recruited me out of high school when he was at NJIT, and he actually offered me to come there, but I said no. And he gave me a second chance out of the transfer portal to come to Seton Hall, and we already had a great relationship, and he's a great guy, and he's a hard worker, and I like everything he had to offer. So I thought it would be a great fit. I didn't have to really test my time in the portal. I think I was only in there for 7 days, and he was the first person to reach out, and I ended up committing to Seton Hall, and so far I love it.
Yeah. I mean, that's like something that's kind of huge just about like the coaching staff here in general. Like, even like kind of my experience, like in the portal and why I chose Seton Hall too, is like the coaching staff was just like really welcoming and like everything they had to offer, like it was just like great in terms of like development and then just even just building like team chemistry in general. Like
Hmm.
everyone's like on board and everyone gets along great. And the practice, like everything to do with the practices, like it's just amazing everything they have to offer to us over here.
No, 100%. I think if you're a guy looking to enter the transfer portal, I mean, obviously you want to level up your career, but I think what's most important is making sure you're at the right place with the right coaches because you could be at the best school in college, but if you're with coaches who don't like you or don't have your best interest in mind, it won't end up being the right fit for you. So if you're with the right coaches and they fight for you and they got your back and they want what's best for you, you can't ask for much more.
Yeah.
God, that's
Even like
beautiful. You guys fire me up.
yeah, that's even kind of like something too, especially like with this whole thing with like NIL. Like me and you, we're not like so superstar athletes like with some of these like football players like getting these like crazy deals.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
Something
not.
that's like kind of cool about it though is that like a lot of the players, even though like all this flashiness is out there, and even like something that's like really important about Seton Hall is that like you need to like look at your development and like look about like where you can get better and how you can best develop as a player. Because like there's so much to, like schools have so much to offer, but the most important thing that like you really need to focus on, I feel, when choosing a school is like where can I go where I'm going to get the best coaches, I'm going to be in the best environment to succeed, and I'm just going to enjoy my time playing, you know?
Exactly 100%. If you don't play well and you're looking to take your game to the next level, it doesn't matter what school you're at. So
Exactly. Yeah.
It's facts right there. Hey, for a quick last question. We did this with Jared a couple weeks ago. We call it a little Maction, right? So obviously, guys from Mac, we have unique experiences. Crazy things happened. But give us your top story. I don't want to put you on the spot, but just what it doesn't have to be your greatest memory, but just what's a great memory from playing in the Max. So it can be whether
is
you're
it
at
like a
Marist.
good or is it a good or a bad story?
Oh,
Something
it could be
funny, you
either
know, it
or.
could be
Just
anything.
something, yeah, just something memorable that maybe you could laugh about, or you're like, oh, this was crazy. Whether it's in season, out of season, at Marist, traveling to another school. So whatever you got, I'm gonna leave the floor open. I just wanna hear what you got.
I
Because
got
I
a
know,
good one. I got a good
yeah,
one. I think it was my sophomore year. It was in the fall
that was my
and
senior year, or that was
Junior year.
no, your
junior
junior
year.
junior.
Junior.
Yeah, it was in the fall and we went out for practice. And when we got out in the field, we saw like holes in the outfield. And then we started seeing like pieces of cardboard everywhere. And we're like, dude, like, what's going on? And Traz came out there, and apparently they just like blew off fireworks last night in center field. And there were like craters in center field, like right before practice. It was just, I was like, bro, what the heck is going on? That was a funny story.
Dude, I don't think you know this, but I was up in the coach's office. You know how I always talk to everybody, right? Pat, you know that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm up in the coach's office. He's laying into the administration, bro, like yelling at him about the field. He's like, "Did you see the field? There's holes in the." And I'm like, "Oh my god,
I
dude, that's
believe it.
actually
I
hilarious."
believe
I,
it.
I
It
remember
was it
that.
was insane, dude. That
Dude,
was
it was for homecoming because the football game they were playing Bryant. I remember that like it was yesterday.
you would just think they would know to like put a piece of plywood on the floor, like underneath where they're shooting fireworks. But
Oh
like
my,
that would not be the Mac. The Mac would be to blow up center field and have a crater in center field and practice with
yeah.
holes in center
Play
field.
ball, yeah.
Oh
But you gotta love it. It's gritty. It teaches you to be gritty.
yeah, that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but you know, we appreciate having you on the show tonight. Like really excited to be your teammate this year and have a great year at
100%.
Seton Hall. You know, hopefully win a bunch of games and you know make it deep into the conference
Hey,
play.
win the Big East. Win the Big East, boys. That's all I got to say. Win
Sure.
the Big East. Make it to a super regional, a regional, Omaha. Please do it all. Do it
Sure.
all, boy.
I
Sure.
appreciate you guys having me on.
Of course. So thanks so much, and then keep tuning in for more episodes to come on. So
Yes,
thanks,
sir. Have
Marco.
a good night, fellas.
Talk to you soon, man.